wow, you know what? I am terrible, and I do smell bad, and I should expand my casserole horizons a bit. Have you seen my feet? You dare not joke about his wife, but you can have sex with her.
Really strong, and like really, really strong.
Anything else about him?
He's green. He's a strong green guy.
I'm such a nice guy that women think I'm going to rape them. Your man Randy Savage could only bench press 45 pounds and was a hippie. Is that texturism? Are you guys doing texturism in there? I think it was in fact Aristotle who was the first to postulate that pansexuality is not inherently biphobic. I was sitting around with some guys drinking beer and debating the finer distinctions between allosexual, aromantic, asexual, and non-asexual, aromantic. We had to actually draw a four-ringed Venn diagram just to keep it straight.
May I have consent to hold your hand? Requesting permission to initiate physical interaction.
Permission granted. You may maintain physical contact for 75 seconds.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, look, my ass is hanging out. Last night when I was standing at the fridge at 11:30 p.m., opening the container with my daughter's leftover chicken tenders, which we'd ordered for her at the restaurant earlier in the evening, but she hadn't touched. And then I was eating them cold along with her side of mac and cheese, which I also ate cold and without a fork. And as I was consuming all the leftovers that my wife specifically said she wanted to save for lunch the following day, and which I also agreed should be saved for lunch, even as I knew in my head that I would almost certainly be eating all of them in a gluttonous and shameful late night binge, I too in that moment came to the realization that I was being hot. The only photocopier we had was an old Amish man named Gabriel who would produce a sketch using coal and parchment paper in exchange for a bale of hay and 3 ears of corn. But old Gabe didn't work as fast as he did in his younger years, so it would take a good 6 months for you to get the document sometimes. I didn't even know that these newfangled photocopiers existed. You know what? I got to sit little Johnny down and tell him about, and give him the intersex talk. Hey, little boy, want me to tell you what a pansexual is? Hey, kid, come here. Are you bi? Are you bisexual? You want to hear about bisexuals? Let me tell you about it. Come to my van and I'll tell you about it. And then I came to your house and I said, oh, I brought my tarantula. Hope you don't mind. As I pass for a 19-year-old black lesbian. Oh, I'm more fearful than you. See, I win. It seems that I have engaged in this form of terrorism many times in my life. My drink of choice will be gasoline, just to put myself out of my misery. My youngest child is one. She's 1 year old. And so it might not be too late to make her an anti-racist baby. She's already got some Nazi tendencies, I have to admit, like the way she waves is a little suspicious. Oh, but there are YouTube videos for hair-touching freaks like yourself. Hey, lady, your son is out there shoving women into walls, okay? Maybe he needs a kick in the ass, not a trip to the Tux store for prom. Smack them over the head with a whiskey bottle and dance to jig, because that's what Irish people do. This freak in there is laying on the ground, begging me to walk on him. A man's feelings must still be respected even after he sexually assaults his own mother. I'm a doggy. Get all these kinds of people onto an island. Tell them it's a reality show called like Boob Island or whatever, and then set off a tidal wave. Not to kill them. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. I wouldn't. I just mean to startle them a little bit. Maybe wash some of the herpes and genital crabs off. That form of suicide isn't painful enough. She should have done something more progressive, like throw herself into a wood chipper. The lesbian unicorns, they're not even into like BDSM or anything. There's no subplot where one of them gets a sex change. Why does Sylvester Stallone fight Carl Weathers in Rocky when they could have been gay lovers instead? Why am I now haunting their dreams? I mean, this is me we're talking about. I'm a cuddly, nice, and lovable guy. Well, I hope you enjoyed that clip from the Matt Walsh Show. If you did, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right down there so you can stay up to date on all of our future content.